listening to Opie and Anthony. On the virus, Sirius XM.
Larry King had a great interview last night with Jake Brown, the skater who fell 50 feet. Have you seen this video yet?
Unbelievable.
Amazing, right?
Unbelievable.
Great video. His shoes, both of them.
It's hilarious.
Shot off his feet.
I thought they
didn't
were-
fall off. They shot off.
When he hit the ramp.
I thought it was his feet that just flew off his body.
Right.
He realized he was coming down like his front first, and he somehow figured to spin around and hit on his heels, and then his ass, and then his shoulders, and then the back of his head, which knocked him right out. But from hitting on his feet first, his shoes rocketed off his feet. Hysterical.
Amazing.
I lost my glasses and my shoes.
By the way, the X-Games...
Skateboarding.
The X-Games understand the future and making things better.
Yeah.
They are just inventing things year after year for this X-Games.
No jetpack competition, though.
It's on the way.
Extreme count, though?
It's on the way. They're doing extreme skateboarding, obviously.
Yeah.
You see the size of that ramp?
Yeah, they really did step it up a notch.
Oh, was that amazing?
I wouldn't walk up that.
Did you watch that clip with the commentary that was going on during it? The two guys? They called it, and he was doing a great job right up until he launched himself and came flying back down.
Yeah.
But they are so excited. They're like, oh, and he makes it, because he did that, that spin, and he hits the ramp. And then when he's up in the air flailing, you hear him going, oh, and he hits the ground and just,
Yeah, they knew when he was going up that he was just going in he's supposed to turn, not go straight up in the air. They knew this is going to be bad.
And he came away from the wall, so you're not going to hit that slope and slide down, because sometimes you see them, they slide on their knees or they still just slide down. He just hit flat wood from 50 feet up.
Just unbelievable.
But to see his feet pedal like he's
Oh, I know.
I think it was 12 times. Just
People
one,
love
two,
pedaling.
Because if you're in that position, you're gonna say, I know we're not supposed to fly, but hell, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Flap your arms. You're not going to fly with your feet.
You're gonna give it a shot, no matter what you've read over the years.
That's so true. Your natural instinct is not to let this
pedal.
happen.
Right.
Maybe I'll get some kind of movement if I pedal.
Right.
It's like, I'm trying this. I don't care.
I don't give a crap what the books say. Maybe I'll be the first person.
That'd be funny if he just took off across the crowd.
Right.
Wow, this is amazing. What a stunt. It's going to be hard to beat that one.
Superman.
That's all we needed to do is just try.
No one ever gave it a shot.
Nobody ever gave it a shot. They just fell.
Pedal when you're falling.
Because we're told you can't fly.
Right. This one guy just went, and he's just whipping across the crowd.
Amazing.
And then Opie would actually get his future right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. I'm seeing
Floating
this again.
people.
And again, man. They just keep posting this video up on all the video sites. All right, so Larry King interviewed this guy. You want to talk about a generation gap.
What could he
More of a gap than than the X Games ramp thing.
I thought you were going filthy on that
Hey,
one.
they're already calling it the funniest interview ever? Why are they calling it the funniest interview ever? We thought we were onto something.
Somebody just posted it on YouTube, and all the captions saying this is probably the funniest thing that you're ever going to hear. I think they're going the same angle that we're doing.
Larry King.
Maybe they're fans of our show because we've picked up on this Larry King, generation gap, clueless, out of touch
The Motley Crue.
thing years ago.
When he introed Motley Crue and interviewed him first and then introed him for their comeback and called him The Motley Crue.
The Motley, you got to get those.
Tommy Lee, come here. Let me ask you, Tommy. Like he even knows who these guys are. Like he isn't completely disgusted by their appearance.
His shoulders are the most. I've never
Slumped over with his big peanut head. He has a head that's shaped like a peanut with gray hair on top.
He's just visually like one of the most disturbing people that on television. He's just hunched over his head, and then the actual suspenders are like in his shoulders.
Like, when a tree grows around a sign on the side of the road? That's what his shoulders have done with his suspenders.
All right, here it is.
Nicky's not depressed, is he? You're not down, are you, Nick? You're up.
Hey, Larry, you got to come out and see one of these shows.
Yeah, you start in January. How long are you going to be in L.A.?
No, February. You and Tommy are going on tour in January.
That's right. We headed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Larry King's going to actually go to a Motley Crue show.
Bring me some whores backstage. Hey, I'm going to ask the roadies. I'm going to point to some whores in the front row. Bring them back. You can get my leftovers.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come at the Palladium in Los Angeles. They're back together, their first live get-together in 5 years.
Get together.
The Motley Crue are back.
The Motley Crue.
The Mulligan, their little tea party get-together thing.
The Supremes.
Yeah, he did. It's got to be the.
Because back in the day, everything had the.
The Drifters.
The Doors.
It was always the Motley Crue. That's why he said the
Nirvana.
What an ass. Oh, that's the White Stripes. Oh, wait, that's real.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm going to be touring with them. Ha ha.
Let me.
What an idiot.
Did I tell you the time I saw Ozzy snort ants? It was great. I went hunting with Nugent.
Me and Frank Sinatra tag team Mallorin one night.
The Frank Sinatra.
All right, we got Larry King interviewing Jake Brown, and people are picking up on this and saying that it's the funniest interview ever. I guess because, Larry King is pushing 80 and this kid's pushing, 17?
Yeah. and Larry King could know nothing about skateboards.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But you got to have, the people making the news on Larry King. Man.
One time I took the bottom half off a scooter that was made out of a fruit box and a 2x4 and used it as a skateboard to get away from Biff.
You think Anderson Cooper's just giving Larry King, fried food every day? Can't wait to step into his seat. Larry's keeping it warm for now. So here we go. Larry King interviewing Jake Brown. Of course, the skater who fell almost 50 feet at the X-Games.
Yeah.
Did you know you were in trouble?
Yeah, by the time I got to the top of the ramp, I knew I was in big trouble.
How badly were you hurt?
I think there was a lot of adrenaline at first because I wasn't really that hurt right away. I felt
What's your injuries now?
I got a fractured wrist, a fractured vertebrae, and bruised liver and lung.
How long have you been skateboarding?
Some crazy whiplash. About 20 years.
Why?
Oh, it's great fun. Once I picked up a skateboard, that's all I ever wanted to do.
Why?
See, that's
Why would you skateboard?
what an idiot.
Is that like transportation? What do you do? Why?
Why? Because, first of all, the guy makes money doing it. I mean, the guy, it's not like... he thinks it's just kids in the street.
Yeah.
He doesn't realize it's a sport that is sponsored, and these guys, if they're really good at the X Games, are making tons of cash with endorsement deals and everything.
Your skateboard? Ew, why?
Can you step on the back of it and, catch it in your hand? Do you do that?
What do you do?
This guy's been interviewing for over 50 years at this point.
A little research.
And he has to ask, why do you skateboard?
Why? 'Cause it's there?
What a tool.
But it came out so quick, too. He had it. He was just, that's only why. So you do this, why?
Well, that's what he did. He, was blasting through the interview. The guy was talking about his injuries, and he interrupted him. What stupid question did he ask him?
How long you been skateboarding?
Yeah. So what are your injuries? Well, I got a bruised lung and a thing. How long you been skateboarding?
Well, about 20 years.
Why? Why the hell skateboard? Why don't you settle down and get a real job and a woman? Or a bunch of them like I've done. I can't hold one of them.
He's probably just speeding through the interview because he might die at any second.
Why don't you have children now instead of when you're 80 like me? I'll never see my kids skateboard. That sure ain't happening.
The interview continues here.
Where are you from?
Australia?
Can you make...
Where's that?
Yeah, that's all I...
Australia? They talk funny there. And winter, summer. Just want to throw that in. Do you skateboard in the winter? Do you put little skis on them? I know nothing.
Do kangaroos know how to skateboard?
You ever see a wallaby?
Isn't how that crocodile hunter died? He got a skateboard in his lung.
He was skateboarding and flipped up and hit him in the chest. I read about it. while eating some garlic.
I had his wife and daughter. Daughter's very cute and funny.
What's her name? Binsey? Do you like Welch's grape juice?
I like raisins.
Johnny from Vegas. Larry King kind of sounds like annoyed Jimmy. He does sound like he's a bit annoyed with the whole thing that he had to interview this kid. Some producer had to go, look, dude, this is big.
Yeah.
And Larry's like, skateboarder, what?
The war in Iraq, the presidential race, and I'm interviewing some 10-year-old who fell 50 feet.
So what? You fell on your ass. I've done it. You gotta grab yourself by your bootstraps and pick yourself up.
Where are you from?
Australia.
Can you make money skateboarding?
Yeah, that's all I do to make money.
Oh my God! What is it? Yeah, in between pumping gas, I skateboard.
How out of touch is Larry King?
Larry knows nothing.
Can you make money?
Can you make money skateboarding?
He thinks he's some neighborhood kid that's hoping, kids are going to give him a change for a trick.
I'll give you $10 if you do that. Okay, what do you do? You bet the neighborhood children?
Right.
Yeah, that's all I do to make money. So
I mean, you make it at events like the X-Games, you make money.
You make money from sponsors and then events and demonstrations.
It's like he's talking to his retarded grandfather.
It says Blind. Is that a company that makes skateboards?
Yeah, that's a...
Oh, my.
That's good. Are you boning out some fat tricks? Huh?
That would be an informed Larry King.
What are you doing? A nollie half cab heel flip? I remember doing that on the half pipe. What about a nose blunt? Can you do a nose? Can you make money doing a front side nose slide? Tell me about it.
Wrote this hat. It says Blind. Is that a company that makes skateboards?
Yeah, that's a skateboard company. I ride for them.
Do you stand regular or goofy? What's your stance? Oh my God, this one sounds like something Opie had last night. A backside disaster.
What about that speed wobble?
What about the backside nose grind? Can you do that? Do one for me now. Oh, you can't?
I'll pay you for it.
I'll give you $3.
Can you make money? Is he? Come on. Why were they entertaining this?
What I don't understand with Larry King is like, why? How would it hurt if you brought in like a young dude to like talk to the young dudes? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just like maybe let somebody for 10 minutes take over your stupid desk and get a real interview done.
Get somebody that knows maybe not even knows the sport, but like is young enough where he's in touch with it.
Alex Rodriguez, you play baseball, you make money at that. Can you make money just like hitting a ball?
Do you get a pension plan?
Yeah, how does that work?
What about dental and skateboarding?
Do you put money into your 401k?
How do you supplement your income? Like the old baseball players? Are you a truck driver in the off season to pay the bill?
You deliver pizzas with your skateboard just to make a little extra cash? Moron. He hates
All right, when you're going up, what's the key to skateboard? Do you do things that other guys don't do? I mean, are there certain jumps that you do?
A lot of people have different tricks, like signature tricks and stuff. But
what's yours?
See, he cuts him off. You're right. You nailed
Other
it.
guys have signature tricks.
What's yours? Tell me now.
Jumping off a 5-story building.
End this interview. The biggest trick is getting through this interview with you, you wanker.
signature tricks and stuff. But,
What's yours?
Basically for videos, when you film a video part, it usually takes about a year or so to film
a video?
Yeah.
A year?
And it'll be like a 2-minute segment for each rider or whatever.
What's your graffiti tag? Wow, so you did an indie nose bone and then what? Quick answer, I got another question.
Oh, is he an idiot?
Everyone's doing their Larry King on instant feedback. Booby Man from Brooklyn in Larry's voice. Why skateboard? Why not the bike with the big front wheel and the little back wheel? And then Kevin from Northern Virginia interviewing Bill Gates. Can you make money in software sales?
What is that? Like video games? Like Pong?
Microsoft, are they one of your sponsors?
That tells me it's something small and soft. What does that mean?
We used to get a couple bricks and some plywood and do little jumps in my day, too.
That's right.
I used to jump over a milk crate. Have you ever jumped over a milk crate? It's not as easy as it looks, you know, kid.
Why skateboard when there's the horseless carriage?
Back in the day when I was 60 years old, I used to play Evel Knievel. You ever do that with your bike in your front yard?
You get a basket and make a basketball hoop for the kids in the neighborhood.
Our jumping events were mostly equestrian.
Jeez.
We would do the fox hunt.
The fox hunt.
Oh, man, he is lost in this interview. Lost.
Oh. Can I do some of these tricks on my little rascal? I have a little rascal scooter. Is it possible to do, let's say, the electric Frankenstein on my little rascal?
Nate Sack from Jericho as Larry. I did this great trick last week on my show. I killed off Tammy Faye Baker.
Nate just handed me a note. It said equestrian, and then under equals horse. he knows how stupid I am.
That's a horse.
Jason from Rye. Microsoft. Is that the opposite of Viagra?
I did a kickflip fakie the other day just getting out of my car. I broke a hip.
Chester's liver. Look, man, I have to do this. If you want to dump out, you can. As Larry King. In my day, extreme was bringing home a black.
It just took a turn.
Come on, that's just funny.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
He's old and intolerant.
This just took a turn in the right direction.
No.
Oh.
Never hear of the Motley Crew.
In my day, extreme was walking around the Puerto Rican neighborhood with your jewelry on.
Brian from St. Louis with a callback, too. Jake, talking about extreme, have you ever hunted a woolly mammoth?
That's extreme. Now, on that jump, you caught some fat air. Last time I caught fat air was the interview I had with Mama Cass Elliott. She breathed on me.
Bill from Waterford. Hey, kid, what wife are you up to? I'm up to 6.
Oh, God.
Funny.
Dopey Larry King.
All right, here we go. More Larry King interviewing Jake Brown.
Boy, that's pretty great stuff. Yeah. How important is the board?
You know, can't you just put roller skates on?
I don't know, Larry. How important is that microphone in front of you, you idiot?
How important is the board?
How important is the board?
How important is the board? Do you really need it? Aren't the wheels the thing doing all the work?
Is there some kid just typing questions and just messing with them? Type how important is the board? See what he says.
Hey, what's your pump music? Benny Goodman? That's some good stuff. That should get you psyched.
How important is gravity to this whole thing that you do? Do you need gravity?
Seemed to have hurt you the other day. Gravity. Would skateboarding be better done in space? My question. A knife troll bong. Could you do that in space?
Oh, is he gone? Just off.
I got to hear that again.
Boy, that's pretty great stuff. How important is the board?
By the way, I hate to tear down a wall.
Did not.
Because we do the exact same thing. When you're fishing for your next question, when you have someone in studio, you'll say something like this.
Boy, that's pretty great stuff.
That's
You'll be like, wow, so that's because you're thinking of the next question in
If
your
he
head.
didn't say that, think how much dead air there'd be, because there was dead air after he said that and came up with the brilliant "how important is the board" question.
Tearing down another wall for you, but that's
that's good. We got Chuck Yeager in studio. How important are the wings? Is that something you need in a plane?
That's pretty good, brilliant, awesome, kind of good stuff for you. Oh, what an ass.
Just a douche.
That's pretty great stuff. What is that?
Boy, that's pretty great stuff.
Yeah.
How important is the board?
The board's one of the main things. The board, the shoes.
Why is the kid? I would have been like, Larry.
How important is the board?
How important?
Could you do this without a board? I mean, could you just put wheels and then...
Considering it's called a skateboard, how important is the board? It came second. Skate, I think, is more important than board.
Hey, I think Larry, what is that music called that the pump music? What is
the
it?
pump music? A little Benny Goodman.
Well, here's your pump music right here.
Oh, there it is.
Larry King on a skateboard. Everybody.
Yeah. Here comes my front side shove it. All right, my kick flip lip. This is great. Into the quarter pipe, all goofy-footed, into a Smith grind. A Carbondale run into my Ollie fakie. Wow, am I kicking some ass. All to Benny Goodman. He sure could play the licorice stick.
Oh, man, we got the line. That's why we have the greatest listeners in radio. I'm not, we give you a spot on this show, that's for sure. Brian in St. Louis, bravo. Jake should have turned it around and said, well, how important is a good prenup, Larry?
Wow, that was good.
That's the line right there, Brian. All right, here, let's get the rest of this clip out there.
Boy, that's pretty great stuff. How important is the board?
The board's one of the main things. The board, the shoes, the wheels. It all comes into play. You want to feel comfortable with your entire setup.
The air we breathe.
That poor bastard probably wished he was back falling 50 feet than sitting and talking to this fossil. Oh, man.
How important? What?
A train wreck, skateboard move, or this interview? You tell me, callers.
But the thing is, there's nothing else to go. It's not like racing where there's like a million, the car, the pit, the crew, the everything. It's just a kid on a skateboard, and that's it.
If you were going to use one skateboard lingo to describe me, would it be dope shifty? Because I'm feeling like a dope shifty right now.
Someone from their cell phone, I would love to give you credit. He writes, hold on, it's updated on me. Oh, I hate when this happens. Good line, too. Can't you just run up and down the ramp?
Could you use a toboggan?
We used to, skitch behind the ice truck in my neighborhood. They deliver big chunks of ice to put into the ice box.
Andrew from Brooklyn. That's the Space Shuttle Endeavour guy.
Oh,
He can't call back.
now we can't.
All right,
talk.
listen. We unfortunately have to take a break.
No.
Well, we can continue.
I want to hear more Larry, please. Is there more? We're talking with a member of the 82nd Airborne. How important is that parachute? Do you see hoverboards like in Back to the Future 2? Your thoughts? Go. If Biff was chasing you, do you think you could guide him into a manure truck? Go.
Do you think bowling balls would make skateboarding more interesting?
Oh my!
Your thoughts on marbles and skateboarding?
Could you play Johnny Be Good if your hand was disappearing? Thoughts? We're talking with Marty McFly. I mean, who? What's your name? I forgot.
What an out-of-touch tool.
Skateboarding with no ramps. Your opinions and thoughts.
Fireman from Pittsburgh as Larry. One time I got into a nosedive fakie into a clueless bomb slide, and I finished strong with a dead air 50-50.
I was kicking ass. Your thoughts. When I fell off the toilet, I drew this. I call it the flux capacitor. What do you think, Marty?
We're interviewing Pat Duffy.
You can do this all day.
Are staples important?
Who's better, you or the bulldog skateboarding on YouTube? Because that dog's pretty good. He pushes himself. I've never seen him fall 50 feet. What is YouTube? By the way, I shouldn't have even known that.
Holy crap, John from Brooklyn. You know, the Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is good. Larry King. I like to introduce the. Bravo, John. I got it. All right, we got to take a break. Hopefully we'll get Perv News in before we leave this side of the...
Is there any more
Opie and
Larry
Anthony
tape?
show. Unfortunately not.
Damn it.
That was about it, right, Sammy? Yep.
That's when the kid hung up the phone.
Kid slapped.
What do you mean? Do I need my board?
Slapped Larry on the side of the head with the skateboard and ran off. Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Love Larry.
Yeah.
Such an out-of-touch ass.
The Virus. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.